Hey, Chris Lipe here. Let's spend some dedicated time with our chest voice. Would you like to have a greater amount of dynamics with your chest voice and a bit more control and the ability to extend your range, your comfortable range within your chest voice without feeling like you're straining or getting tired too easily? Well, these things are what I'm going to be addressing in this video, and I'm going to be covering three aspects, three things to think about when dialing in your chest voice that will help you do these things. We're going to look at support, we're going to look at tone control, and we're going to look at airflow. And we're going to use these three things together to dive deep into a well-supported and versatile chest voice.
So if I could find my voice tonight, I'll finally be out of the dark. I'm so happy, 'cause I can finally sing and I feel free. Now I can see what I missed, what I haven't, I can truly be. Now I have to say that I'm on my way to be singing around the clock today, yippee. 'Cause I love to sing, I love to sing, I love to sing.
Now, before we go any further, the three aspects of singing that I'm going to be covering today, support, tone control, and airflow, I'm not going to be covering these from a foundational perspective. I'm going to be covering these with the assumption that you already have a basic understanding of how these things work when you sing. If you would like to make sure you have the right foundation and take it a little bit further, be sure to join my free vocal course linked below. One of the main problems with singing in general is that we tend to reach for notes, we tend to try things with our voice before we actually understand how things should feel in a comfortable, basic range. And that's where paying extra attention to support can really help us. If we have that dialed in a way that allows us to work in the middle of our chest resonance, then going into mixed voice, then going higher and trying to go low, and working with dynamics can be a lot easier. So here's how we're going to study support in this video. We're going to work with a good old belly laugh. Now, if you've been following me at all on YouTube for a while, you know that I like to make weird noises so that we can introduce new sensations or old sensations, but understand how they apply to singing. So here's my laugh. I'm going to not be too rangy with it. I'm just going to go, now, I am, even though I'm not being too rangy, I am sort of rangy. There's things happening at the top of my basic speech resonance, which is my chest voice, and there's things happening towards the bottom. But I'm approaching it in a way with this sensation, and I'm allowing myself to push in every single time that happens with my stomach muscles. So I'm going like this with my stomach muscles. And I'm using tons of air. Tons of air. So much so that you can see it on my face. I'm running out of air after only a few laughs. I'm out of breath. Right? So I'm not holding back any air at this point. What I am trying to do is make sure that all of my air, all of my sound, and all of the things that I'm pushing up, all of that is coming from right here. Now, I'm going to try it loud and I'm going to try it quietly, but either way, either dynamic spectrum, I want to make sure that I run out of breath quickly and that it's coming from here. Now, part of my breath is being lost on that sound, right? because I'm not fully engaging my vocal cords. I'm letting a lot of air pass as I'm doing this. This is good at this point because it's helping us direct our energy here and out as opposed to being attached to our neck. Now, why this is also helpful is that we're not trying to go for any particular pitch. We're purely focusing on engaging our support through excess airflow. Later in this video, we'll work on managing that airflow. But right now, we want to do this belly laugh in such a way that allows us to feel it purely from here. And we're setting the stage for that with that huh, with that H ha sound. So do it a little bit more. Get loud, get quiet, but make sure that you're good and flexed and that you're good and tired right here in your support system. Now, when you're quiet, you have to make an extra effort to make sure this is pulsing like this. You want to make sure that you're still engaging down here and you're still pushing extremely hard here. The tendency when we go quiet is to put it back in our neck. That's not what we're doing. We want it down here, and you can see the difference in my body language when I'm doing it differently. Now let's take this same belly laugh, and still without going to pitch, let's introduce some tone control. So up till now, I've just been doing whatever comes out in terms of the timbre of my voice. But I'm going to use some people might consider it the larynx position, high or low. I like to refer to it as two separate things, the tongue, the back of the tongue and the soft palate. And I've done another video on this on the channel, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. But as we laugh, we're going to constantly vary that and experiment with laughing using the range of tone as well as the range of dynamics. Stay with me. I know that I haven't sung much here in this video so far, but we need to get these sensations dialed in without singing first so that when we go to sing, we can approach it in a more tension-free way. So this is what this is going to sound like. Man, am I pushing from here. And I'm going up and down with my tone control and generating a lot different sounds. Now, even though I'm pushing really hard and I'm moving this around a lot now, I am tension-free from here up. All the buildup of force and everything, still, as I'm manipulating my tone control, comes from here, comes from my lower abdominal muscles. More on that in my free vocal course. What I'm doing when I'm practicing this tone control and modification while doing the belly laugh is that I'm introducing my voice to all the different ways it can sound while I'm sure to be getting my energy from the right place. This is one of the huge hiccups for a lot of singers. As soon as they start working with their tone control, I want to get my voice to sound exactly the way I want it to sound, they forget about supporting their voice correctly because they're too focused on, oh, I sound too nasal, or I sound too dark, or I sound too grunty, or whatever it is. In this setting, where we're just working on belly laugh and tone control, we are putting the right sensations in our body so that when we do truly want to evaluate how we sound, we can remember how this feels and borrow from it. It's totally okay that you run out of breath really, really quickly. That's kind of the point. Now we're going to simultaneously bring these two things, our belly laugh and our dynamic tone control, and we're going to bring them together with moderating airflow. And we're going to throw one more thing in there. We're going to throw pitch in. So here's what this is going to look like and sound like. We're going to start with the huh, with that ha sound again. We're going to center in on a confident, chesty pitch that we know we can hit in our chest resonance. Ha, like that. There's my pitch. Ha, ha. We're going to approach it first with the belly laugh, all air out. Ha, 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 ha. And then end on that pitch. Notice it's hard to maintain that pitch when we're ha, 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 ha. You can do it. You can think that pitch, but until you start holding it out, that pitch really hasn't been that established. So all of our air is used. Now we're going to do 2 ha's, and then we're going to hold on the pitch. And as we hold on the pitch, we're going to do this. We're going to exaggerate that a little bit and hold back air. We're going to do it extremely, and then we're going to come up with a middle ground. So it's going to sound like this. Ha ha, ha ha. It's that sensation. I'm holding back air like I'm lifting something heavy. Ha ha. Again, I'm doing things extremely so that we can dial things into a happy medium, but understanding what it's supposed to all feel like first. Ha ha. Now we're going to add the tone control in there. Again, I did it all at once, but I'm going to make some more noise in a minute, slow down all those transitions. What I've just done in one note is I have summarized the range of initial support, tone control, approaching a note or an onset, and moderating my airflow all at once. These are the kinds of things that are going on all the time with every note that you sing. But most of us never practice being aware of all these things. We just go for a note and then wonder why we're all tensed up or wonder why we're not getting the tone that we want to. That's why this stuff is so valuable. So let's slow this down a little bit more. Ha ha, ha ha. Now, that second ha, I should get the sense that I'm fully flexed. I'm fully supported in my lower abdominals. Ha ha. I can hold air back with any larynx position. Remember that. Ha ha. Let's do some less extreme ones. We've done a lot of rangy things in terms of dynamics and all these things, but let's do some things that sound a little bit more singy. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Notice the power. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Ha ha, ho ho, ho ho, ho ho, ha ha, hee hee, hee hee, hee hee, hee hee, hee hee, hee hee, hee ho ho, ho, ha ha, hee hee. All right, let's take these aspects: support, tone control, and airflow. Let's take this and practice it over a track. I'm going to use the track you heard at the beginning. I'm going to make some noise, and I'm going to gradually dial it into more listenable singing. But as you listen, make sure that you're honing in on the different things that we've talked about so that you can try these things for yourself. Remember, dissecting like this, breaking down different aspects of your singing, particularly in our chest resonance, because it's what we use the most when we sing. This is where being able to sing freely really starts. Ha 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 ho ho ha ha ho ho ha ho ha 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 ha. different parts of your range now over the track. Hey, 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 hey. Ha, 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 ha. Hey, hey, hey. Compression, compression. Hey, hey, hold back your air. Hey, 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 hey. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, 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 hey. Man, my abs are tired. Nothing else is though. Oh, tone, tone control, tone, 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 tone control. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, 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 hey. I'm out of breath, but I don't care. Oh. No need to do sit-ups when you're doing this kind of exercise. I know, oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 ho, ho. Let's practice holding back more air. Holding back more. Hold, hold, holding back more air. Holding back more. That is how you get an incredible abdominal workout, and how you use a track, any music at all, to inspire you as you work on these aspects of developing your chest voice. Again, if you want to take this stuff deeper and develop it on a more fundamental level, be sure to join my free vocal course linked below. Let me know if you have any questions, let me know what you thought of the video, and if you have suggestions for other videos, and we'll see you for more real soon.